So just setting up for the hyperextension. So what I'll do at the start is just to show you how to go through the movement. And then what I'll do is show you how to hold the dumbbell for when you start to add weight and progressively overload the low back erectors. So the most important thing about this is once I have achieved a neutral spine or a slightly extended spine, I'm going to hold that position of the spine throughout this entire movement. You can get to the point where you can actually achieve some movement in your low back, but as a starting point, what I want to do is teach you how to hinge into the hips while maintaining a neutral spine. This is also going to elongate the hamstrings and strengthen the hamstrings from an elongated position, whilst also strengthening the low back muscles in an isometric position. So we're teaching basically how to maintain a neutral spine while moving at the hips, and we're also strengthening the low back erectors and the hamstrings throughout that movement. So it's a 3-for-1 here. So I want to get the pad at the highest. I want the pad to be below basically the belt line. I don't want it to be above that because then we're going to run out of room when we're trying to move through the hips and you'll start to actually flex in your low back, which is not what we want. So we want it to be kind of sitting almost at the top of the thigh bones here, and that way that gives us ample room to move through the movement without having to round in the low back. So I'm set up like that. I let my legs get into the back pads there. So from here, I now have a neutral spine, and I can actually place my hands on my low back when I'm not doing it with weight to make sure that I'm not moving in my low back. So now that I've got this rigid low back, I'm going to maintain that position throughout the movement. So rigid low back, and I'm just moving at the hips, and then I start to feel my hamstrings stretch, and then I'm going to return back to the starting position. So a couple of things we can do to hack the movement and maintain that low back. Think about keeping a tall chest throughout the entire movement. So slight extension and low back. I'm going to maintain this tall chest as I go down, a little bit of a hamstring stretch, back up. I can also think about extending out and forward. So I'm not just going down, I'm actually trying to keep my spine elongated throughout the entire movement. So keeping my spine tall, keeping my spine tall, keeping my spine tall, hamstring stretch, bring myself back up by squeezing my glutes and driving into the pad. And as you can see throughout this entire movement, I've been looking up as well. So another way is to extend through the neck and look up. That way we're getting full spinal extension. All the erectors are working as hard as they can. And I will start to burn in the hamstrings and also get a burn through the low back here. So now I'll show you how to do that movement while holding a weight. Basically, same principles, but I'm going to hold the dumbbell under my chin. I'm going to keep the chest high, look up, elongate the spine, work until I get a slight stretch in my hamstring, and then return back up. And over time, you should be able to get lower and lower with that neutral spine, but don't rush it, take your time. So dumbbell under the chin, chest tall, elongate the spine, stretch in the hamstrings, back up.